Hello, good day to all of you. I'm Kumar from Learn with Kumar, and today this little video presentation is about the Cima management case study, November 2020, Prybloxx. My topic is how to pass the management case study. The results of the May and the August exam came, and we can see the students who succeeded in the exam and the techniques what they use to succeed in the exam. So I want to share some of those techniques today with you all, which will help you to pass the exam. SEMA has issued a, a, a booklet called Management Case Study System, the Syllabus Overview. So I have extracted some of those details from that one, and I want to share those things. So once again, I welcome. I'm Learn with Kumar. I'm Kumar from Learn with Kumar, and I offer tuition at very affordable rates online via Zoom for the management case study. If any of you all are interested, you can contact me +9477 321 9387 +9477 321 9387, or you can contact me on email, which is given at the end of the slides. Right. So if you want to pass this exam, my own experience says you must have a good mindset from today onwards until the exam that yes, I can excel. General experiences towards the latter parts, towards closer to the exam, you lose confidence. You get frustrated, thinking you have not done enough. But my advice is never think like that. You need only 80 marks out of 150 to get through the exam. So don't get intimidated by the vast syllabus ahead. But you need to do a lot of work. You need to look at the pre-scene, look at many mocks as possible, and that's hard work is needed, but never lose your confidence. So set a good mind. Yes, I can excel. During this period, improve your typing skills. The examiner looks at around 20 words per minute, and you don't have time to think and type. You should be able to think and type at the same time. This is where you can get through the exam. So I know many students, they have super answers in their mind, but they never put that into practice. You need to keep on practicing the answers. Put it into a Word document, type it, then only you will get that skill to do 20 words per minute. Don't duplicate the answer in the textbook. The examiner hates you writing back the textbook, whatever the textbook you're studying. Look at in the context of the case study. Now, this time it's a toy company. So we know the market is children, the kids, and of course there are some collectors, the adults. We have to look at from that angle. And also you must think that you're an employee of the company. So whenever you're writing, don't write Prybloxx. That's stay. You're the finance manager. Write we, our company. And also, don't speed read during the exam. Try to read it slowly. Never miss any point. This case study is basically you are being asked by your boss. You are the finance manager. You have a senior finance manager. Sometimes maybe CFO. Sometimes maybe one of your colleagues is looking for some information or some solution from you. So, if you give a half-baked solution, or if you give only half kind of information, that's not good enough. You need to read, find out exactly what he's asking from you and address those issues. So, in the screen itself, we recommend you write the top subheadings. So, generally, it's a 45-minute section. In the 45-minute sections, you find one or two subheadings, subtasks, what we call, And under each subtask, you have to decide how many points you are going to write, ideally about 3 to 4 points, depending on the marks percentage available. And then start writing. And once you write it, remove that the heading point. The idea is you don't miss any point. You write 1, 2, 3, 4, and you know that you have to address those issues within the time allocation. The examiner has told very clearly we don't need to underline and bold and decorate the thing. So we don't need to waste time, and even no need to greet all that. Just say hi and start off and just end up regards. The content should be more towards the information or whatever that is required. So on the exam day, look at what he's asking. Number 1, number 2, number 3, put up the heading. And after those headings are put, you will keep on writing. Now, one of the dangers is after halfway through the writing, you might think, oh, and you will go into some other world. Never, never. Focus that 4 hours. Let not anything disturb you. Keep completely the 3 hours, for the matter in your hand. Don't think about what you did yesterday or what you had for breakfast, all that. You don't need to memorize the information that you're tracing, but you will have a summarized version of tracing so that you will know the details. For example, now we know in our company, Prybloxx, the turnover is around 3.6 billion. So we need to know some of those information in our head. But you don't need to know exactly it is 3 million, 3.5 billion, something, no. And you need to know our third competitor is some around about 1.6 billion. Our main competitor is about 5.2 billion, like that. And we know 150 design staff, 7 distribution centers, little things like that. And we know that the financial statements we are given in 31st December 29. We are sitting for the exam on 2020. So many things have got changed during this period. So we need to look at all those things and work it through that kind of scenario. So this is what we should be looking. Yeah. So you should practice at least 3 mock exams. Whoever the provider doesn't matter. You must get at least 3 mock exams and practice it by yourself. Looking at the past variants, the examiner says it's all right, but you should not overdo. I mean, my own recommendation is don't try to write those answers. And also don't try to get intimidated with those answers because they are written for you to learn. So if you are looking out of 150 marks, those answers are worth about 225 marks. So when you look at those answers, oh my God, how to write this kind of thing in this 45 minutes kind of a scenario, don't get intimidated. You need only 80 marks to get through the exam. So my thinking is, if you can write 1/2 of those things, you're good enough to get through the exam. So have confidence all the time. Practice questions pertaining to the industry or company in the pre-scene. Don't try to overdo industry analysis and all that. Just try to get to know about this Prybloxx, the plastic toy manufacturing industry, construction, brick blocks industry, and try to find out what are the issues. But that's not what is really you need to do. Each task, so generally, as I said, 45 minutes. In 45 minutes, you get about 2 tasks. Each task, depending on, because they give the percentage marks, 50%, 50% or 60 and 40. Generally try to look for about 3 to 4 points. So the answer plan in what I suggest is out of 45 minutes, invest first 15 minutes reading and trying to find out exactly what he's asking from me. It may be an email, it may be a meeting minute, it may be a discussion, whatever. Try to find out exactly what he's asking. Jot down under subtask point 1, subtask 1, 3 points. This is what I should write. In point 2, this is what I should write. So normally, first 15 minutes, you should do that one. And the 41st to 45th minute, don't start writing. stop writing and try to arrange it nicely in an order. Because at the end of the day, the reader should get an impression that what you have written is a fantastic one. So try to put it into some kind of order and do that one. So that's the second part of the story, what you will have to do it. So first 15 minutes gone for planning, last 5 minutes go on for finishing, 20 minutes, 25 minutes time left over. 25 minutes, in the task you will see they say 50%. In that case, roughly about 12.5 minutes. If the task they say 60%, 15 minutes, and 40% means 10 minutes. Out of that 25 minutes, allocate the percentages. And generally, within 15 minutes, 300 words. 20 into 15. 10 minutes, 20 into 10, 200. Now, it doesn't matter that you write in 275, 260, 280. You don't need to count it and write it. What matters is the quality, not the content, right? So, but the examiner is very, very clear. He says one line paragraphs are not good. So when I say 3 points, it should be about 3 paragraphs. 4 points, about 4 paragraphs, but short paragraphs, not very lengthy paragraphs. Just about 3 to 4 lines should do a super answer. Already we have got the May interim examiner's report, but I'm sure now they will issue May and August together. The examiner's report, read it. You will get a lot of ideas from that one, what they are expecting. As I said, you don't need to do this bold and underwriting, salutations, greetings, all that. Try to keep that time saved to write a good answer. So there are 4 sections, as I said, 45 minutes. The first 45-minute section, you can't carry forward any time saved to the next 45 minutes. So don't stop it at the 40th minute. Stop writing at the 40th minute, but 1 to 5, 41 to 5, keep doing some work. And now when I say 25 minutes writing, 60%, 15 minutes. You might think of writing for 20, 22 minutes. Now that's a temptation we have to avoid it. When you write that one, you don't have enough time to cover the second part of the subtask. And finally, because there's a maximum marks you can get, all sections are equally marked. So 37.5, 37.5, 37.5. And you have to collect 80. Not necessary you have to get 20, 20, 20 from each of the section. You can get in one section 15, other section you can get 25, and ultimately, totally you must have 80. So pre-scene is already given to you in advance. Keep reading, try to take some notes. I have already prepared a video and send it on the YouTube. You can look at that video, which is given on the pre-scene, the ratios, etc. So there are 4 exams, we know what's happening. And now you will be sitting for November. And then we have the February exam. That is also happening on the same pre-scene like the Prybloxx. So you are the finance manager at head office. Your primary responsibilities with reporting on the management accounting. So you know management accounting is all about proactive information. And in a particularly this, with the COVID-19 situation prevalent, your senior management will need lot of information about the things what you can do, things what you cannot do. Particularly, this is a company that we are based in pricing, not on the basis of cost, on the perception of value. So we need to be looking in all those because we can't keep on increasing our prices just because the cost is going up. And so you need to be mindful of your role. So Cima has issued a blueprint in 2019, giving us the role of what we have to play in the managerial case study. So you should be able to translate your long-term strategy into medium-term, in tactical terms, making use of technology. Collaborate with colleagues and from finance and other disciplines. Communication is so important. So generally, when we send a response, the recipient can have 3 types of responses. One response is basically, oh, it's not something very interesting. I will read it halfway through and put it into the trash box. The other one is good. I'll read it, but not that much of an interest. Third one is wow. And your answer should be something that the recipient, your senior finance manager or whoever who is reading, will say, wow. So you should be aware we are supposed to exercise professional judgment, high professional ethics, high competency, and very strong communication skills. Cima has issued some articles recently about the communication, how to write an email. If you have time, try to read some of these things, which will be very useful. And if you need any of those things, just send me a WhatsApp +9477 321 9387. I'll try to provide that one. So within the co-activities, there are 5 co-activities that will be tested, and we need to be very, very competent on each of the core tasks. So this is what it's coming from E2, P2, and F2. And mostly you can see a lot of E2 in this case study. Evaluate opportunities to add value. We are there to add value. We are no longer just history record keepers. Implement senior management decisions. Manage performance, cost to aid value creation. Measure performance and manage internal and external stakeholders. You must read this slide very carefully. This is exactly your role. Everything what you do should be in this area. This is where we have this so-called I can. The idea is if you are interviewed for a job, you should be able to say, I can evaluate the opportunities to add value. And the interviewer will recruit you. That's the purpose of the case study. You're basically going to be a very, very strong manager, and you are a very influential manager in the company, and therefore you should be able to co-activities. Whenever we miss these things, our answers gets very diluted. And that's what I saw. I'm so happy to tell you very humbly, every student that I coached for management case study, I don't do so many, I don't have hundreds. I did just about 10 or 12 last time, and everyone has got through the exam in the August 2020 exam. And that's because we focused on these areas. So this is what we call under each of the core areas, the evaluation. Evaluate opportunities to add value. I can explain which pricing strategies are appropriate for Prybloxx. Remember, it's not what you learned in the textbook, but you learned in the textbooks what is applicable to Prybloxx. So Prybloxx can't talk about the cost plus pricing model, which you learned in the textbook. You probably have to go on the basis of target costing. And this is a company where they have high margins, I think about 72% margin, if I remember right, the GP margin. So you can look back and see competitors' price is this. We need to fix it 5 to 10% below that. And we need to have a 70% margin. And this should be my target cost. Target cost. That's how you will have to work it out. So each of these core areas I put up for your easy convenience. The text we should be looking at E2 or whether it's P2 or whether F2, all that I put it up. So I think these slides, if you can go through, this will be very, very helpful. If you all need any more information, just send me an email, premakumar55@gmail.com. If you want, otherwise you can send me a WhatsApp, +9477 321 9387. I'm in the process of updating my website, www.learnwithkumar.com. Very soon you will have many videos in that one, and in the YouTube, Learn with Kumar, and the Facebook, Learn with Kumar. Measure performance. Again, I can use the financial statement to assess and report on financial performance, the ratio analysis. This is what we are expected. Nothing much of big things. If you can master these things, write a good answer without wavering off, without losing your confidence, I can guarantee you, you will pass your November exam. We are there to support you. Any student I take very affordable rates, but anyone who is even not in a position to even to pay that, still you can contact me. I'm prepared to give you even free tuition. Reason, Cima is a fantastic exam for you to get through. And your life is going to change the moment you get those words CGMA behind your name. Manage internal and stakeholders. In the company, you have a lot of conflicts, lot of confusion, lot of negotiation. These are your core areas. You should be able to demonstrate, I have the ability to resolve this conflict. I have the ability to negotiate this process. That's what we are looking at. So general marketing guidance, you get equal marks for each of those 4 sections, but you must address the relevant points. If you can keep on writing 500 words, but if you are not in the right direction, you don't get any marks. So you have to look at, there are no right answer, there are no wrong answer like in the objective test paper. It's the way that you explain, it's the way that you present, it's the way that you justify your answer. Okay? Words, whenever we meet, there can be many, many different ways. Doesn't matter. It's the way that you present it. So here the examiner has given up a marking scheme. You can see there are, in this case, there are 2 tasks. Explain the type of digital sources, and also it says and the data that we could obtain from both internal and external sources. The word "and" plays a big component in your case study. And means there's another component added up. So don't ever ignore that little 3-letter word "and." Whenever there's a question mark, that means something that he's asking. Whenever he says explain, he's asking. So what he says is, now look at the type of sources. No rewardable material, you won't get any mark. If you just identify few types of digital sources, you get 1 mark. But level 3 identifies wide range of digital sources and provides a good explanation. Now this is so important. You can go from 0 marks to 3 marks by giving good explanation. And in the data required, you can see 0 to 9 marks you can get by giving good explanation. Now this is where your pass and fail can come up. You can write a good answer, but when you don't give that good explanation, justify why you are saying this. Justify why you say you should go for debt finance and not equity finance. Justify why you say that you should go for outsourcing and not in-house sourcing. Just don't say in-house sourcing, outsourcing advantages. No, justify why for Prybloxx it is so important that we go for it. And your marks can jump from 0 to 9. And that means you're sure to get through the exam. So, my dear students, I'm an experienced tutor, but I've seen over and over again, unfortunately, some students failing and some students passing the exam. There's no magic formula in this exam. You all have done a lot of hard work and you have the ability to do this exam. It's only a question of you applying and doing it in the right way. So this is my input for you. I hope this is will be very useful. If you want any information, don't hesitate. Just send me a WhatsApp 9477 321 9387. Or if you want any information, you can get me on email premakumar55@gmail.com. If you need tuition online via Zoom, I can provide you at very affordable rates. Again, as I said, if you don't have money, don't worry, I'll give it to you free. If you're happy with this YouTube which I have produced for you all, just put subscribe, because that will help you to get more videos, and also it will encourage me, because this is my passion. This is my passion. I'm not here to earn money. I'm here to earn money, but I'm more to give you my knowledge, my experience to you students to get through the exam. So once again, thank you very much for viewing this video. If you are happy, subscribe it. If you have any questions, come back to me. Good luck. God bless every one of you.